Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the last episode, we got 3 keys. We made our way through Peach's castle, but we picked up a lot of extra stuff. We picked up some blitties. Speaking of which, these regular McAffles have the final blitty that I forgot to get, so we're gonna go ahead and pick them up now. And then we also got a new special move, Magikoopa Mob, which means in this episode we can do some side quest stuff, get the reward for getting all the blitties, which is exciting. It's a really great reward. We can also get the reward for doing all the minion challenges, like the unlimited challenge things, because Magikoopa Mob is the final one we need to do. So we're going to take care of those 2 things in this episode, along with a few other side quest stuff, and then we'll continue to make our way through Peach's castle's interior on our quest to find Fawful and stop him and rescue Princess Peach as Bowser, of all things. Anyway, another thing I forgot to show off the McAffles, well, because I didn't really have a chance to until now, is you can, if you destroy their bodies the normal way, as in if they don't explode or if you don't kill them through a counterattack, their heads will be here. And then you need to actually inhale his head, because you can't actually, it's a flying enemy, so you can't, in case you haven't noticed, you never had a flying enemy of Bowser, but that's because both the flame and the punch are immune to flying enemies, which is going to come into play later on in the game for a certain boss fight. That the punch and the flame don't affect those. So the only option we have is to inhale the head and have Mario and Luigi kill it. So when the heads appear for Fawful, inhale them before they make a new body. The McAffles, I meant to say not the Fawfuls, that's not Fawful's head, that's McAffle head. But inhale them, and then Mario and Luigi can take care of them, just like that. So that's how that works. That's going to come into play for those dark McAffles later on for a very interesting sort of thing you can do with them. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is get our reward for the blitty thing. We actually get a reward for getting 12 blitties, I believe, so we're going to get that reward first. The block ring, unlike the other ones, this is actually 20% defense, I believe, so it actually is a slightly better item than the hard ring and the other block items. But for getting all the blitties, we get Broggy as a special attack. So hidden special attack for Bowser. Very, very, very strong special attack, although I'm going to have to explain how it works because it's kind of interesting. But yeah, the reward is Broggy. He's not going to have a minion attack thing, but he is Bowser's most powerful special attack by far. So definitely awesome. Broggy Bonker. Such a great move too. I love it. The thing about it is though, what you need to do is basically you need to scrub the dog clean. So rub your styles all over him, get every little bit of dirt off. The more dirt he has, the worse your attack will be. The thing about this move is, if you get good or great, you're not gonna be. It doesn't do that much damage actually. It does pretty little damage. If you get excellent though, it does a ton of damage. Definitely Bowser's most powerful attack, but only if you can get an excellent with it. If you get anything less than an excellent, it actually doesn't do that great. So, kind of interesting. It's also going to be kind of hard for me to actually pull this move off as well as I usually do, because this sort of motion is just really hard for me to do the way I record things, which is unfortunate. As you can see, I only get it good. If you get, I guess I can show off the different kind of attacks. You can see, as opposed to attacking multiple times with excellent and getting all the blitties themselves do quite a decent bit of damage. I mean, it's 12 times whatever damage they do. That's pretty significant. But with good, basically, he only attacks once. It does maybe around like 50 to 100 damage only, which is almost as much damage as a normal punch. But as you can see, I can indeed get excellent if I try. So I'll be trying to get excellence on those. Really important, because all those blitties and those extra hits with Broggy, as you'll see when I use them in battle, it does a lot of damage. It's actually a really great move. So definitely worth picking up. I love this move. It's definitely the move I use the most with Bowser. It's just so satisfying to just destroy people with Broggy. So much fun. This guy doesn't have anything new in here, so really, we have everything we need to do. And there's a blitty now instead of the Broggy, over by the Broggy house, which is kind of funny. I believe, as you can see, Monsieur Broque, he now sells the gear, so Broggy no longer sells you gear. He's instead in our pocket, somehow, with us. Where do we store Broggy anyway? Where do we store all these minions anyway? Kind of a little weird. I'm going to quickly go ahead, go to Plack Beach. I'm going to just quickly wrap up a few things that I missed along the way here, which is the one thing I showed over here with Mario and Luigi. There's actually a thing I didn't get with Bowser. I mean, for the most part, these are little trite things, but I missed them. I'm just going to quickly pick them up just for the sake of showing them off. So you could have gotten this way back when you got Fire, so way back at the beginning of the game. There's actually a little thing I missed over here, which I believe is just 100 coins. I believe, yeah, 50 coins only, jeez. So really not that worth it, but I'm just going to show it off for the sake of showing it off, and then you of course you get back by whacking some teeth off your fists. And then we're going to save the special attack thing for last, because believe me guys, Magikoopa Mob, probably the hardest challenge in the game, and you do not want to know how many hours it took for me to get this on recording. Oh my goodness, this took forever. Magikoopa Mob is just a pain in the ass. Before we do that though, like I mentioned back a few episodes back, I believe, there's actually something in Bumpsy Plains I forgot to get, which allows us to get the final Bumpsy Plains bean for Mario and Luigi. In fact, we're actually going to get all the extra non-Peach's Castle beans in this video, because we can actually get the rest of the beans in Toad Town as well. This isn't something I forgot. You actually can't get this in Toad Town until you unlock the whole water thing that we did right before we fought Junker as Mario and Luigi. Once you do that, you'll actually have a way to get to this, the rest of the beans. You'll see when we get to that point later on. But as you can see, there's also some items for Mario and Luigi in here. It's definitely worth stopping by as Mario and Luigi and picking those up. But first, we're just gonna kill this guy. You actually get an item over here, so if I had done this immediately after getting the Body Slam, you actually can get this. But as you can see, it just gives you 2 SP a turn. You're not regenerating SP, or you're not regenerating HP. 2 SP is almost nothing, considering Bowser's lowest constant attack is only 6. So in the end, not really that worth it. There's something else I missed over here by Bowser's Path. I know I missed a lot of things. You know that whole side quest segment, there was just so many things to do. And I did slip up and miss a few of them. Oh well, it happens. But it's just one of these, not really worth it. But hey, 5 Super Nuts is pretty good. So 5 Super Nuts, I'll take that. I don't know why I got coins in that first one. Coins is definitely not the best option. Definitely pick the better item, because, you know, you get 5 of them. Obviously worth a lot more than just the minuscule bit of coins. But we've wrapped up everything we need to do with Bowser here, so it's time. Oh, the hours I had to spend with this stupid thing. You don't even want to know. It was not pretty, because Magikoopa Mob, as you can see, you need to get 300 of these without screwing up 3 times, and that's so hard. I mean, it's easy now when there's only 3 of them, but when you get to like 6, you can't accidentally miss one, and the amount of time goes down every time you cast it. So I already screwed up on this one. This is my first attempt. I was not prepared. The amount of time just go, I guess you can see it for now. The amount of time goes down each time as well. So you literally have like a split second to draw a really complicated 6 Magikoopa pattern. And you have to do this multiple times in a row, only screwing up 3 times total. Which is really hard. I would definitely call this the hardest challenge in the game, in my opinion. I remember even, like, all 3 times I've ever done this, which is 3 times now. Once when I originally played the game, once during a practice file, and now once for this. All 3 times has definitely by far been the one I struggled on the most, and I believe this is my successful attempt after many failed ones. That's the way it goes. As you can see, you have to be really fast with your lines, right? You just have to be so fast, so precise. You just can't ever stop. There's no resting, no anything. You just gotta keep going. You have to draw every line perfectly too, because if you accidentally cut off the, like, you know, a shape like this one too early and miss one of them, you know, it still counts as a miss. So you have to be perfect every time. You do have a slight bit of time if you screw up early on to sort of, as you see, there's a couple times where I've sort of doubled back and quickly picked up the ones I missed, like that one right there. If you're fast enough, if you can react fast enough, you can sort of fix your mistakes. But boy, you really don't get that much leeway for doing that. It's only because this is early on in the round that you have this much leeway. Later on, you screw up at all, you're done. In fact, even at this point, if you screw up at all, you really only get 1 chance to draw the line. And the other thing you have to make sure you can only draw the line once they start casting the spell. If they line up but they haven't started casting it, you try drawing the line, it's not going to count, and that's actually going to screw you up. That screwed me up more times of me just drawing the line before the Magikoopas were even fully ready, which just sucks. I mean, it's just a really hard skill to master. So, as you see, we're up to 6 now, but we're not even close to 300 yet. We're barely even past halfway, so we still have a long way to go. We have only about, you know, maybe half a second to draw this line each time, which it's a pretty complex line to draw in only half a second. They expect a lot out of you. Luckily, when they're more straight like this, like it's these angled ones. Those are the most annoying ones. The ones down there, that one's probably the easiest one. The curves aren't horrible. That you can screw those up, but it's really those angle ones that just get me the most. But you just need to keep going. I'm actually doing really, yeah. This one actually went really well. I haven't even screwed up yet. I mean, you really can't screw up till the end, like all the other Bowser's ones, because it just gets mind-numbingly fast at the end. As you can see, look how much time I have. Like 0.3 seconds maybe only at this point. As you can see, the screw-ups are sort of starting now, and I pretty much crashed at that point. I was like, I made it, and I crashed, but believe me, there were so many times I got so close to 300, and I couldn't even make it. Just so unfortunate. But anyway, we get a heroic ring, and we get the King Shell. Like the Masterwear, this is going to be a really great armor for Bowser. In fact, I would say this is the ultimate armor in the game. I believe the Iron Shell, just like the AOK, or actually even got that yet. There's an aware for Mario and Luigi that we're going to be getting in this episode, I believe. I think it's in this episode. That is also really good. that's almost as good as the other one. As you can see, the block ring, by the way, it increases our defense by 30%, I think, or is it 20%? I forget. The heroic ring, I didn't even see what it does. You saw it on screen. I believe it reduces SP costs. I think I want to say, or does I don't even. What does it do? Yeah, I think it raises SP. Yeah, it raises SP costs, and also, but it also increases special attack power. So if you want more powerful special attacks, I don't like to do it because these costs cost a lot. Cost a lot. That sounds stupid. But so you don't want to pay more. You get less attacks. Then I don't think the 30% boost is worth wasting an item slot for. Even though you paid the same amount anyway for the same amount of damage, so you're really just wasting an item slot just to get your damage done a little faster. Anyway, the King Shell, very nice. Only because what it ends up doing is it ends up increasing your punch power by I think 30%. So your punches do 30% more damage while giving you still very good stats and very good armor. I mean, the Ironclad Shell does give you a lot more armor in the end, but it doesn't give you the 30% boost. I forget if the King Shell gives you extra boost as well. I believe it does boost other stats. I wasn't paying attention. But the 30% punch power on a really good set of armor, it pretty much makes it the best one. There's almost no contest. Unlike this one, where the item we can buy here and then the Masterwear, they're about equal in my opinion. The King Shell is a step above the Ironclad Shell. I mean, if you want pure defense, the Ironclad Shell is definitely a good way to go. But the extra punch power, how can you pass up extra punch power? That's just, I mean, we don't use normal attacks that much, but it's useful to be able to do that much extra damage. The punch is already really powerful, so an extra 30%, that's fine with me. Anyways, catching up to what's been going on here, I love that part right there. Basically, as you can see, we're in the Star Rank shop because we finally reached Star Rank with Mario and Luigi, and they give you foot massages and a comfy chair, and they let you gaze at the sky while you shop. It's such a great cutscene where they're just pampering Mario and Luigi, and they offer a mustache shave, and Mario's like, hell no, I am not shaving my mustache. Get away from me, you creepy toads. Anyways, you can see King and Starwear, they're okay, but A-OK Wear, probably arguably the best armor in the game. It does give a little bit less SP than the Masterwear does, and it doesn't give the extra effect of the extra special attack boost, and the special attack boost is what makes the Masterwear really good. But it does give a little bit of extra defense, and it also boosts all your other stats as well, besides SP. Masterwear does give better SP, like I said. However, it's like 20,000 coins? It's a lot of coins, basically. It's 20,000 coins. That's a lot of fun to do. As you see, I don't even have enough to buy 2 of them. I don't want to buy 2 anyway. I like the Masterwear enough where I want to have that on a bro and an A-OK on another bro. So A-OK will boost your power and your speed and your stash, so it's definitely good to have. It's a great thing of armor. But the Masterwear boosts your special attack for free without having to waste an item spot or having any extra SP costs, which is great. So the fact that you don't have to worry about those extra SP costs, and you get a free special attack boost, along with still having pretty good stats comparison. It's like maybe it's like 10 or 20 less defense, and you get extra SP for it as well, and then obviously you lose all the other stats, which is unfortunate. But I think it balances out in my opinion. There is another way to get A-OK Wear without paying for it. There is actually an enemy who drops it. We've actually seen that enemy already. It's the Dark McAwfuls, but there's a very specific way you have to fight them in order to have a chance to drop, and it's a very, very, very rare drop, even with the treasure specs on. So I wouldn't rely on the Dark McAwfuls dropping it. You're usually not going to get it unless you're super lucky. I actually got really lucky at that in my practice run. Anyway, using the water, you can douse the fire in that one Toad House, get the remaining 2 Peach's Castle beans from there, which is pretty awesome. And we can move on to quickly grab the last remaining bean in Dumble Wood, and go from there. Anyway, the other thing, by the way, I should probably mention, as you can see, Masterwear, I wanted to quickly equip that to Luigi because Mario has the A-OK Wear. I'm going to do that for now because that way Luigi can once again, even though he has low power, he'll be able to benefit from the special attacks because he has the Masterwear on, which is pretty cool. And actually, like I said, I need to go pick up the Bumpsy Plane thing, so let me quickly go grab that. The pipe over here over here is the way to go to get back to Bumpsy Plains. So we'll be doing that. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut to there because why not? Now, if we had broken this earlier, Mario and Luigi, when we were exploring the Bumpsy Plains, we could have accessed, or if we had broken that Bowser earlier, we could have come here with Mario and Luigi and explored that. Also, by the way, in case you didn't see the star, the Starware, the shop that you get for Star Rank. There we go. That's what am I trying to say here? there were a couple other interesting items. It does sell you some DX power gloves, so if you want the extra 20% power for another bro, it's pretty cool. We have Peach's Castle's, no, we don't, not Peach's Castle, we have Toad Town's beans now. We have all Bumpsy Plains beans now. I'll probably go ahead and equip those when we have the rest of the beans from other areas. Because right now, we have so few extra beans that it's not even worth putting on. There's like, what, 3 beans right now? Whoop-de-doo. We're gonna get more beans in other areas, and we'll equip them all together. Anyways, also the heroic patch, just like the heroic ring, kind of ironic that we get both heroics in the same episode. Once again, it increases, for both Bowser's one that you get there, and then the one we found there with Mario and Luigi, it increases SP cost by 30%, but it increases special attacks power by 30%. So, interesting how it works there. Anyway, we can finally continue on with Bowser. One quick thing that I was saying, the Star Rank shop for Mario and Luigi also has another interesting item, the Gumption shop, the Gumption socks, I believe they're called. Might be worthwhile buying. Basically, if you find yourself dying a lot, it revives you 1 turn after you die, so you don't have to waste a 1-up mushroom on them, or you don't have to waste a return from Mario and Luigi. That being said, I'd rather gear my items so I don't die, rather than, or so I can do stuff while I'm alive, rather than gear them for in case I die. Because I don't faint that often with Mario and Luigi. So, while it's cool that you can have that instant revive like that, and that makes it very useful, I wouldn't personally recommend it. I think there's better items. Anyway, so the next section in Peach's Castle, we get this sort of, this reminds me of like pinball, how we're just sort of like reeling it back and then you're launching Bowser as a ball upwards. So if you go a little bit, there's actually quite a few items we can collect depending on how far back we go. If you go all the way around, it won't accomplish anything, unfortunately. So don't do that. But you want to basically make it. I think over here, right over there, the entrance right there. That one takes to the next area, so we don't want to go in there quite yet. We want to fall down this middle one first, grab the item over here, just coins, so nothing too major. And then we also want to fall down to that other side pocket thing, because there's actually an item over there. So is this gonna? No, it's a little too hard. We'll just keep trying until we get it. Obviously, you want to keep track of the background, because you can use the background to gauge how far you pulled back before. So like, keep your eye, sort of eyeball. Okay, I launched it like at this when I was that far away from the green thing. So I want to go a little closer to the green little smudge thing there when I release. So I want to release it like right here, and then you go. See, perfect. So use your background to sort of gauge where you are, and use that to sort of get you to the place you want to go with the whole pinball thing. Anyway, stamina band, not really anything too important. I'm not gonna bother equipping that. So you guys saw what it did. I actually forgot what it did. So you guys saw it though. Anyway, we'll go ahead and, barely, there we go, made it into the area perfectly. There's a safe one here, guys. This seems like a good place to end the episode. This is LuckySevenDX signing out. We're done with all this side questy stuff. In the next episode, we explore more of Peach's Castle. Bye-bye.